In my mind, I picture classic divine to get on rapping, and my back was walking raptor Jurassic. I park in ashes, spit acid upon these bastards. Mansion raptors, I'm at this about who holds it down, not who lost it fast to live life with no limits. The chef for Gold Kitchen, more spliffs, I smoke different. Nice chick looks so vicious. First I keep my eye on the prize and work hard to get mine. In due time, I be the reason they fly. Don't get lost in the bunch who often just give up. Keep your head up, go hard like it's the first of the month. Living amongst the ducks, I'm allergic to such. I fly above, eagle vision, I'm up on a level where they gotta address your name with a hello. I'm one confident fellow, the face people remember, the one top contender. I put rappers in blender, I rap crack, you splendor. I'm real, you boys pretender, you lack actual members. I stack cash in December to throw racks this summer like fuck your clothing store. I'm exciting you niggas bored, turning daughters like doors, turning daughters to whores. We running through them like boars, Trojan golden war. I leave soldiers in awe, I bring the funk to your door. My flow hard to the core, asking for encores. Rhymes LeBron scored, too easy, they want more. I'm wondering why I fall. I don't really know these niggas, I don't really trust these bitches. I don't really know these niggas, I don't really trust these bitches.
Got dreams, I'm gon' chase it. My team is gon' make it. If you had the chance right now, tell me you wouldn't take it. Time ticking, don't waste it. The clock could never erase it. Heart starting to pacing, cars fast like we racing. Smoking them, no Jamaican. I'm riding low like a Haitian. Niggas see me, they hating. I brush it off like a Peyton. My niggas and pave the pavement. The path we paper chasing. No GPS, who can't trace us. Niggas weak, they can't face us. We just make up music, I know y'all fuck with the movement. My crew is winning, y'all losing. Your main chick pick and choosing. I'm eating, y'all niggas snoozing. Don't even know what y'all doing. I'm Carlos, you niggas boozing, huh? I'm only getting better, I rule all of your measures. No school, this is a lesson. Got answers for all your questions, is low-key and trendsetter. Two rappers that's clever, we bringing it down, no level. All these lames, they gotta go. I'm putting in work, but niggas don't know. Right about your girl, that's you my hoe. I know lame niggas gon' steal my flow. Fuck that, I don't even care. Your bitch sweet, tastes like piss. Nigga like me, I'm too brave. Got a cold heart, I don't even fit. Spitting them fire flames, I'm slaying them like a dragon. These actors are so dramatic. A flalo, I got the magic.
Swiping the visa, smoking the flight, see you wanna see you. Flow with a window, the back of the beamer. New Versace, I took to the cleaner. D700, start running Adidas. Swag out the chart, I just broke the meter.
Been on the block with the trappers and schemers. The kids that don't sleep, I get labeled a dreamer. Yeah, underachiever, yeah. Covered in gold like I'm Freezer, yeah, girl. Eat up the wood like a beaver. I want the face, not the rest, you can keep her. Not a believer, don't think you can keep up. Yeah, I'm hot-headed, but don't have a fever. Yeah, flow too sick. Calling me Debo, got hit with a brick. I caught a Sprite, then fall off the rim, but they thinking I'm hurt with this ice in my wrist. Ice in my cup, but to pour me a fifth. Crushing that eight, but to roll me a split.
Ay.
Tell them to cut it and cut me a check.
I get the bread, they calling me Peter.
I keep the green, the bad like a Caesar.
Wanted I like it, I'm swiping the visa.
Booking the flight, so you wanna see.
Flow with a window.
Chitty check.
New Versace, I took to the cleaners.
D700, start running Adidas.
Swag up the chart, I just broke the meter.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Just broke the meter, swag up the chart.
Don't even start doing that.
D700s, I'm running Adidas.
Let's turn that off. Yeah, I like this song better anyways. Some Wave Yo 5. Welcome back to another episode on Unpopular Opinion Podcast. My name is Lil 5 Nigel Naheem. Last video was the introduction by Trendsetter Trev and Low Key Lavio. What's up, Trev? How you doing? Another day in the week. What up, A-High Do or Die? What's up with you with the yellow banana man? Gucci, lemonade. Yo, you know, I forgot who I was talking to, but we was talking about matter of fact, it was the other podcast when we was talking about that song. And Trev, do you remember we went to that concert with Mario right there on Watson? Yo, and everybody thought Gucci was gonna come out and shit. Mario loving you, that. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think he sponsored it or some shit. Nah, it was Watson Day or something. Yeah. It was some day. You know what I mean? Every hood had a day, man. Something's bound to happen.
But yeah, I remember that day. That was crazy. I mean, I was looking forward to see Gucci. That was, if you can, no cap. I know this is not even what we was gonna talk about today, but I have never been to a live performance before in my life. But if that counts, that would have been the only one. And he did like what, 2 songs? Mario did like 2 songs. I don't even remember. I know it was that breakup song, and it was another one. But I never been to one. I never been to one. Wait, wait. When was that? 2017. So that had to be Good Kid, Mad City, right? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I didn't know they had like, I didn't know when people do concerts, I didn't know like they have like a whole like theme. I knew like Beyonce, she got her own shit. She probably do, but that's more of a given. A rapper, you think they just about to come out, spit a couple tracks, and that's it. You know what's crazy? That's good that you said that. I'm gonna add that to the list, and we could start with that. Did you hear what's going on with Bow Wow lately? Yeah. You didn't hear You didn't hear that? He's doing he supposedly he's in like Rikishi. He's in his like training camp to learn like, how to be a professional wrestler. He's attempting to try out for the WWE. This is no bullshit. No bullshit. Yeah, we're talking like on the daily. Yeah. Like Ronda Rousey. Yeah. Pretty much, but yeah, he's supposed to be actively training to be a professional wrestler under Rikishi. I don't know, I mean, we all know who Rikishi is, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't know many details, but apparently he's been doing it for quite some. He's been saying it for a while now. Like, oh, he wants to be, a wrestler. He want to try that shit out. Blah 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 blah. But yeah, he's. I mean, you gotta get it how you gotta get it. But you know what's crazy? I believe he's. I don't. I don't. I don't even know if he's an. I don't know if he's an athletic guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. I don't know. And oh wow. So was Kevin Hart. He No. First of all, let's get it right. Jeff Hardy is a Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? Like everybody know who Jeff Hardy was or is. You know what I mean? Anyone who watches wrestling knows who Jeff Hardy is. I don't think he's gonna be great, but I don't want to shit on. I don't want to shit on him because people said the same thing about Ronda, but Ronda Rousey, it was more of a, she was already in the combative sports type feel, so wrestling shouldn't be that hard of a transition. Boy, man, child, please. Yeah, I don't know what her status is. Nah, I don't know what her status is now, but yeah, she was after she retired from WWE. Actually, after she retired from MMA, she's been a wrestler for some time now. Like I don't know what's her status is now. I know she came in as a good what is called a face. The good guys are faces. She came in as a face, and I know sometime recently or within the last year, I don't know, don't quote me, I could be wrong. She transferred to like a heel, like a bad guy. But I don't know. She doing it. Yeah, you gotta be. You gotta. But I mean, a lot of people gave her like some negative criticism because she basically her name, you know what I mean, the person she is got her into the WWE. The same way that CM Punk, Trevor, I don't know if you know who got into MMA because his name, people that's been grinding for, mad long. Oh, and here come this dude. Yeah, and this dude, oh wow, he was a WWE superstar. Now he get a shot in the UFC. Like it's people that's been like 15 wins and no losses, still not in the UFC. And it's the same way, vice versa, going into the WWE. Like Ronda Rousey had no type of pro. That's cap. Right, just trying to get looked at by the WWE. But yeah, here comes Ronda Rousey. Here comes Bow Wow, possibly getting the ticket. It's kind of fucked up, but I mean, they name, yeah, it's the names. His name ain't Lil Bow Wow. The money shot. With the fake, yeah, with the little baseball jerseys and stuff. But I mean, Shane. I mean, he I guess people will say he's Hall of Fame because he has been in some crazy ass matches. But that was just a little something that I had to bring up because I seen that shit about Bow Wow and I was like, come on, man, what are you doing? What are you doing? Talking about some wrestling. But yeah, it's fake, but it's bumps and bruises that do happen because you got to think about it. I mean, that mat ain't a mattress. You feel me? So you still put, yeah. Yeah, I don't recommend it. I mean, I don't think I could be a wrestler. Nah. I mean, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. But that shit. But and then with wrestling too, you gotta think about how much time they're on the road. Every week I don't know what it is now. I haven't watched wrestling since the pandemic, or I wasn't even a huge fan of wrestling Yeah, so they probably be on the road what every week, different city every week. You know what I mean? So I don't know if they still. I don't know. Are they still on the road? Like, yeah, yeah. Fans were definitely at the Super Bowl. I don't know, man. That's pretty crazy. But you know who needs to go to the WWE? Gorilla Head, because that name. Oh shit! Here comes Gorilla Head. Oh my god! Not the glue. Not the glue. So, what? What was her intent? What was her intent? Sprint. No, it's Sprint. It's like it will. I used to do it when I had my spritz. I used to use it when I started doing my dreads. It's like it holds the it holds. It's like holding spray. Yeah. Wait, so she ran out of her original product, and she took her ass to the store and got that. A month? I know, and then they do that. They do the edges and shit. Do with the swirl. What does that have to do with toothpaste? No, no, not hearing it. You know, nah, because it's also Gorilla Tape. She's 40 years. She look like she look like she 18. Wait. You telling me no? First of all, I refuse to believe that she ran out of product, went to the beauty. Let's just she black. I don't want to throw the stereotypes out there, but she probably went to a beauty supply store and bought that. No, I feel like she ran out and she was looking at the house like, oh, what do I got? And then she fucking stumbled on that. Okay, with that being said, it's Gorilla Glue. That's for wood and fucking construction and bricks and wallpapers and. I mean, depending on the opinion, they could have put her anesthesia and all that, but still, yeah.
Like, remember Bobby Smurder threw the hat up? Everybody thought, like, this is stupid. What is this?
Then he got popular.
It's crazy.
I would say you kind of right to that, how we reward stupidity, because like a lot of people gave her money in the GoFundMe, which I'll award her though, because I heard that she gave her money towards like some research towards surgery and stuff like that. So she didn't just keep it to herself. She gave it somewhere. So I reward her for that. And I also say not to just throw dirt on her. I would say, you know, I can only imagine being a black woman who, like, for most of the time, they care about their hair because their hair is important to them. You know what I'm saying? So I can only imagine how much she was going through psychologically and all that stuff.
It could have been a lot. She could have had a job interview, something. Like, you know, like she really needed to do it. But it's the fact, the way the internet reacts to things. Like, somebody would have just posted, like, oh, I got bad hair. I just need a GoFundMe to revamp my scalp. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's gonna be donating.
Like, yo, she going through some crazy times with her hair. Let's just look out for shit because we know how it is when you got a bad hair day. It might, because you know what I'm saying, black women be holding people down. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it might have went down. Because I didn't give her no money. I'm like, you made a super move, sis.
Speaking of how society rewards stupidity, we might as well jump right into it.
No. Hold on. Before I get to that, I want to just, before we start talking about that, you gotta do. So here's the thing with that Gorilla Glue shit. People do home remedies for different shit. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like at the end of the day, like, this was a home remedy gone wrong. Like, she probably thought like nothing of it, and she did what she did with the Gorilla Glue, and now look. But that scares me. You know how many people use like toothpaste for acne cream, and you know what I'm saying? Like, just
like,
imagine.
how extreme could the next one go? But this is what I'm saying about how the stupidity and the rewardness, because it's like, now people compete with stupidity. Like, she honestly made a mistake, right? Let's label that. We'll give her the benefit of the doubt. She made a mistake. But there's somebody out there trying to compete with her mistake to make an even bigger one. Like, with intention, purpose.
That's
like,
horrible.
wow.
That's horrible. The man went to the thing with the cup.
They do everything for clout.
Went to hospital with the cup on his lip. Well, what you was about to say?
How stupidity is rewarded? Yeah. Your man 6ix9ine?
Hey. Is it stupidity?
He's stupidity. He's stupidity personified.
How?
Personified.
Just how? How?
Because he's like a walking joke almost. You know? Like, he just like is the embodiment of what everybody thinks is wrong with hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's all the dumbness of hip hop in one nutshell. I don't really hate him like that, you know what I'm saying? But like, it's facts. It's facts at this point. He is straight up like disrespectful, 100%.
He is disrespectful.
The fact that he snitched on all the people he was with, and then came back and it's still on the same vibe is disgusting. Like, how you outside?
What do you mean?
Nah,
what
no.
you wait? What you mean he on the same vibe? What you mean? Clarify.
He's still on gangster time.
I watched a video about him back and forth with your man, Meek, Rob Meek from Philly. And it's like, yo, how you talking to somebody like that? Like, yo, fam, you just was snitching on everybody. Don't talk to nobody like
Was
that.
he really snitching?
Was he really? I'm not even getting into that.
Get into it.
Nah, we're not going to get into
it.
We're not going to get into that. We're not going to get into that.
Boom. He was with people that did things to him bad, yada yada boom. At the end of the day, you was running with them. And you told on them, and now they all locked up, and you outside. Whole time, if you outside and they inside and y'all all this shit together, you snitched. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Did all that, and you are outside, and you was talking about how, like, yeah, you was in the court like, I'm gonna be a good person, Your Honor, and now you outside talking crazy. Why you talking crazy? How you doing that? What's going on? Like, if you gonna be like that in the court, have that same energy outside. So that's what I don't like. Okay. Now, Rameek, that's another story. But I'm gonna let y'all talk first.
I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say because I just got I have mixed feelings about that whole trial. I really do. I do. Because
listen,
go ahead.
We all know it's a sticky situation.
It is.
And just everybody like glue.
Everybody wants to know what would someone else do in that situation.
Correct.
But we not in that situation. So nobody's obligated to have to truly answer that question. What he did in that situation is what he did. And what he did was snitch. You feel me? So at the end of the day, if that was his way of getting out the situation, cool. That means he no longer wanted to be a part of the lifestyle that was endangering his life. And here he comes right back to it, trolling it, doing the same thing.
But is trolling it? Does that mean he's still in it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no. That's 100% factual. I'm about to get there.
Yeah, because he got.
The thing I don't like is like how people perceive it as far as like hip hop, and they getting mixed with the street side of things. Like, if you want to be street, be street. If you don't be it. Like, he's still loudmouths at people who proclaims to be street. Now, I don't know if he does it because he knows particularly these people are not street. I don't know. I don't know where his backbone is on why he does what he does. But he definitely picks his battles. Like, he don't just be coming out at anybody. You feel me? Like, he definitely came at them. Like, he ain't diss nobody from... Who he diss from New York, really? He ain't diss A Boogie. He not dissing nobody from New York. He big up most of the people from New York that could really touch him.
He feels like there's no competition in New York, so he feels.
I guess
he feels that he's the king, quote unquote. He feels like he's the king. Of New York, so.
He beefed with Casanova, but I think that was more street stuff rather than him.
But then he patched it up before anything.
Yeah,
that was right before he got locked up.
That's a fact.
What was like? I don't know what beef he really had in New York. Like,
that's a fact. Now, speaking about Rob Meek, that's my guy. But when I really think about it,
I hate him. I hate his music.
His trajectory.
That's crazy.
I hate his music.
He got a lot of bad moves. Like, a lot of bad moves. Like I get it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? You coming out the club, and there's some dude coming at you with a bunch of cops and security, and you like, what's going on right now? But you've been in the game too long to not know how to move and show and prove. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for you to be in that situation, I think the way he reacted in that whole video and then him going back and forth, it's like, why would you even go back and forth with this dude? Because when I think about it, even his situation with Safari, why are you trying to jump bull and go back and forth with him? You know what I'm saying? So when I really think about it, I'm like, yo, Rob Meek did a lot of things in his history that made me question, like, yo, bull, why are you moving like that? You feel me? Like,
for the cloud, he did it.
Hey,
that's all. That's how I see it.
I don't want to be picking sides, but this is the Unpopular Opinion podcast, and we got to talk about it. He had no problem running down on Safari. Was he? He had no problem doing that. He had no problem running down on Quentin Miller. Quentin Miller is not a threat. So it's like, I don't know. It's like people just be picking days they want to be gangster.
And mind you, no disrespect to Bull, but he was still on probation while he was doing that stuff. So you know, if you do something, you will go to jail.
My thing is like, why entertain 6ix9ine? That's one. Two. He was talking spicy on Twitter. Unless I'm the only one who remember that.
Way back when he was calling him rat and all that, like when it first came out.
And like and then he was getting on. He was talking about academics. Like it wasn't academics.
How
like
you
you threatening me online. Like it was a whole bunch of extra stuff going on, and then it's like, now you're not gangster. I'm not even promoting that. Like somebody needs to go be gangster. You don't have to. But if you said it, wait till I see you.
Okay, so that goes to this point here too. How many rappers? There's probably. I'm not actually saying this for y'all to give me an answer, but how many rappers rap about the shit that they actually do? Okay. With that being said, before 6ix9ine got locked up, he was pretty much rapping about the shit he was involved with, right? Although he went to the trial, although he went to the trial, did all of that, snitch, whatever you want to call it, he came out and he's still doing it. Is he rapping about it? I don't really know. But, do you give him some type of credit? Do you give him some type of credit for talking it and walking it? You feel me? Like he's saying his piece and now he's here. You know what I mean? Do you give him some type? Do you give him some type of credit?
It's kind of tough to like publicly say that, because it's like any way you spin it, somebody's gonna be like, "Wow, you giving props to a rap." You know what I'm saying? But then when you bring up other people who snitch, people will be like, "Oh nah, they just work right. They civilians." You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. I don't know if you can and cannot give him his props. One thing I can say is he was with his team just like anybody else would be, and he was talking his shit. That's what it looked like to me.
Right. So
I don't know how the situation started, whatever the case was.
So if he was with his team and he was just talking his talk, then, in the 6ix9ine corner, what's the issue in the 6ix9ine corner? What's the issue? We know the issue with Meek is the fact that he entertained it, but what's the issue for him?
The issue with me for 6ix9ine is just like, not really, because he was talking about ball. My issue with 6ix9ine is bigger than this scenario. It's like, bro, don't make music anymore. Like, don't you got enough money to go somewhere and just relax? Can't you chill?
He do. He got 6ix9ine got money.
And they pay for where he live at. He cool.
Why are you still trolling though? Like, what's the point in it? Like, what are you getting out of it? You just like, where's the?
I think it's to stay relevant. Because you got to think about it.
Or do you think labels are paying him to interact with their artists?
I think that's highly possible. What do
you mean? What do you mean by labels are paying him? You mean is 6ix9ine paying him to continue the troll, or?
I feel like it's got to be some type of business, because he's an instant like click.
I think a lot of labels, they focus on their numbers on clicks. You know what I'm saying? They don't really focus on the streets, what's moving, what's going on. They focus on who's getting attention and what's going on. And I think if 6ix9ine's outside and he says something like right now with beef, in hip hop history, beef always sells numbers. So if there's a beef and then now Meek Mill comes out with a song, then 6ix9ine responds, that song is gonna make traction even if it's trash, because everybody's gonna want to hear what he says. And if you don't hear it, it's going to be on some site that they're going to run the clip and then you're going to hear it. And you can get clicks off of that. So I think labels are saying, hey, look, if you just do enough energy, put enough energy or do enough stuff for people to pay attention to you, just like we said with Gorilla Glue, some people get awarded for stupidity you do enough stuff for people to reward you and put you on the internet, because that's what's going on right now, will pay you if you get yourself enough traction. Because think about it. He was trying to be out in the streets when he first came out. Then he got quiet for no reason, and then now he's back out again.
I was about to say that too, yo. Ain't nobody heard from 6ix9ine in a minute too, and now you run into Meek Mill.
I mean, first of all, where were they at?
What is that, a club?
It was. I think it was a club
city?
in Atlanta. I think it was a club in Atlanta too.
Gotta be one of them that's open. Atlanta, Miami.
I think it was. I think
Houston.
it was Meek Mill and Young Thug, or Meek Mill and somebody who was performing that night. And I think he went there and he was outside after they finished performing.
Do you feel?
Yeah.
Do you feel that he was really waiting? Like, do you generally feel like 6ix9ine was like, oh shit, there's Meek, let's wait for him in the garage? Do you really feel that happened? Why do you feel that way?
Cause like Trev said, Meek had that back and forth altercation on the Clubhouse with academics, and that conversation came up about how academics be involved in street stuff, yada this and boom that, and 6ix9ine got really popping because of the help of academics. So I can see how them being friends and stuff going on, how that can cause caution, and then all that stuff going back and forth. And he'd be like, you know what? Let me just have this altercation with Meek, and then I could go somewhere. Because every time Meek do something, that stuff get caught, and then it.
But no, funny. That's what got me though, is because like people like, oh, if you a civilian, it don't matter. And I'm gonna bring this up once. I'm not even gonna say her name. The CEO of Rock Nation, whatever her name is, she's a snitch. You wanna go look it up? Cool copy. I don't really care.
Owner or her boyfriend was the owner of 4040, right?
Something like that. I don't want to get too into the details.
I know what you're talking about though.
But people will say, oh, she's a civilian. She's not in the field. She sold bricks though.
I about
Like,
to say her
wait.
boyfriend was Big Homie.
She was in the cartel moving and grooving. But that's neither here nor there. I don't want to talk about her life. But for comparison, people say, oh, you can't really hold that against her because she's not really in it like that. Cool, copy. So then how can that same man go and talk to academics and say, oh, you friends with a rat? You know what I'm saying? Like, you signed to Rock Nation though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what does it mean for you? It's just all like a bunch of nothing, really. Because me personally, I dead don't care, and I'm not even the type of person that be out here beefing with people. You feel me? Like, too old for that. I'm not even trying to.
Who got time for that?
I ain't got time for that. I'm not a gangbanger. I'm not a gangster. I just make music. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And
who got time for that?
I'm not even mad at, little Hernandez. You know what I'm saying? I'm more mad at Rob Meek. Like I said, he got a history now, I think about it, of moving funny. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even
He's a funny guy.
First, he blamed it, like the stuff with him and Drake and Quentin Miller. He blamed it on him being on drugs and all that. So I was like, all right, cool. But then it just, even the stuff with him and Safari, even the stuff with him and what's his name? The dude that's married to Nicki now. Then even the situation where he was having money and he gave $20 to the kids that was in Florida. But like, it was cool, but you recorded. Why you recorded it? I just think about it. He got a lot of things that it's like, yo, fam,
You know what's crazy? Guy.
Who in your team is like checking you? Like, yo, fam, what you doing? You know what I'm saying?
I miss.
Hold on, let me get this out real quick. Pause. But it's funny that you said why he recorded. If he was going to record, he should have popped off. Then I would have been like, oh, all right. You know what I mean? 6ix9ine, he recorded talking shit while he's going in his car. Whatever. But for Meek to record, he should have recorded and like, got the scrapping. You feel me? They should have fought. If anything, if you're gonna record, you should have took it to another level.
At least a scuffle, you know?
Yeah. Listen, yo, chill. It should have been
security hold you back.
Yeah,
like,
it should have been something. But they just talking shit. They just talking shit.
He said he spat on him.
He better be Carlito.
Where the apple at?
I mean, truthfully though, I wish these things didn't get the recognition that it does. Like, I wish more honorable things were the topics of discussion.
That's crazy. Like I really thought about that because out of every, well, I don't want to say every artist that gave 6ix9ine like slack for cheating, for snitching, all that. He was the main one, and for him to pull up, I'm not gonna say he pulled up or 6ix9ine, for them to be in that close proximity, I would assume that Meek was gonna do something, and I was disappointed. Because it's like y'all was talking all this shit. Oh, he's a rat. He this and that. When I see him, someone, you know what I mean? All that rah rah. But when you see him, there's nothing.
And then my thing is,
hurt.
if you knew you wasn't gonna do nothing, what?
Man,
it's
why?
just no point in being vocal about
there's
it.
There's no
Just
point
leave him
being
alone. Like everybody should just stop paying 6ix9ine attention, and he'll go away.
If you wasn't gonna pull up, why record? It's just it. That's it. He should have took it. I'm not saying get crazy, but it should have been like a little something. Yeah, the security was doing their job, and you got the dudes in the security guard's face and calling him bitch and this and that. They was doing their job, but they should have still.
Nah, security guards was John Stockton. They was assisting the play.
And I feel like you really couldn't. I mean, somebody was supposed to get a scrapping in there.
Right.
But I think somebody would have got shot. One of the security guards would have been like, you know what?
I don't got time for this.
I ain't got time for this. I'm 350. I can't be running around this parking lot.
Man, they should something should have happened after that. Like I was like I said, if he was on a record, it should have been.
It should have just been no interaction. Like you could have just went straight past him.
They did
Listen,
not.
if that was Jay-Z, would Jay-Z have stopped and had any words with him?
No, because he's mature. He's past
I mean, he
that.
is 50, so let's also put that in consideration.
That's a fact. But how old is Meek?
Definitely at 50.
I'm saying it like Meek 40 or something.
Meek is
I mean, ain't he like 35, 36?
He gotta be low 30s. Let's look at
Low 30, mid 30s. But 6ix9ine 23 or something like that, right? 24?
I just say at the end of the day, Meek one of my favorite rappers, but the way you move and the way you've been talking the last 2 years, prison reform, I feel like, you know what, I'm not going to do nothing stupid. And then you just know 6ix9ine come with a certain energy, you can't even entertain.
Meek Mill is 33 years old.
I'm not going to lie, like, you right. With that prison reform, he do go hard with that, but then he talk gangster still. And then he'd be like, when a situation occurs, I'm not trying to go back to jail.
That's what I said. He be moving funny. Like you gotta pick a side, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I mean, like, for real though, like, it ain't even like it'd be crazy to come up here and talk about it because I bet if Meek Mill or somebody watching it, like, man, these niggas is hacking. But nobody wants to have objective conversations. I feel like it'd be less violence if people could just objectively talk about things to each other. See what's wrong with the scenario.
No. People don't objectively talk about stuff no more because as soon as you disagree with a person, you automatically hate it.
They take it as disrespect.
Yeah.
So
you can't tell a brother he wrong no more because now you a hater. And once you say that,
so,
now you get into that platform where it's like you can't speak about certain things because everything you say now is just hate, and you just mad you're not in that space.
So I got a question. Being that y'all just said that, if 6ix9ine had a real sit down and told you or told people like his real, like, I mean, he kind of did with the whole with the Shade Room interview, but you feel that if he really had a real intellectual conversation with someone and like, yo, this is what I was going through, this is what I did on the trial, like, do you think that would be in any effect? Like, if he sat down with Meek Mill and had that conversation, do you think it would hold any type of weight?
Let me tell you right now.
Not even with Meek Mill, just with anybody.
Let me tell you right now.
I'm not gonna lie.
You go ahead, Trevor.
Hold your thought. I would like to see that. Like, that would be a big step up in Meek Mill's reform stage if he would be able to have a talk with somebody like that. But I don't think nobody want to do that. Nobody wants to do that because they all obliged by the street codes. But then when it's business involved, they say street codes don't apply. So what my point was, like even if someone doesn't agree with what 6ix9ine done, they can still talk about it.
You know what I mean? So
Have a conversation with
yeah,
him.
just have a conversation, and he could be like, nah. He could just look at him like, man, him like, nah. You knew the code. You know, you can't be doing it. That's foul. Like that's it, and move your own way. Like
I'm legit had a fallout with a friend. Y'all know who, I ain't gonna say his name though. Over various reasons of him being a fraud. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, time
And-
out. I don't know which one you're talking about. Does it start with an E or a P?
P.
Oh, okay.
And he was a fraud. He made fraud like moves, and when it came to the spotlight,
okay.
it was a real fallout. Like, damn, y'all, I'm hurt.
It's like
Like, I'm
Jeezy
not even
versus
mad.
Gucci.
I'm disappointed. You know, but that disappointment
Hold
led
on.
me to.
Shout out to Style670. I know who you are. He's been an avid
That's
viewer.
Johnny.
Yeah,
Shout out to
I
Johnny.
know. He's been an avid viewer. I see you, my man. You making good ass points, but we appreciate you for always pulling up. And if you ever feel inclined, like you feel like you want to join these debates, just let me know and we'll work something out. Because I really do appreciate it. But go ahead, Trev.
Facts. I had a fallout with him, and it's not like we friends, but I still have conversations with him just to have some type of closure on like, yo, why you did what you did? You know what I'm saying? Like, just like the situation doesn't burden me and my thoughts. Like, you think back and you get mad when you think back on things like, I can't believe this person's here.
Me and E did that.
You feel me? Like, yo, you'd be mad when you re-think back to the situation. It probably won't hold out in the hip hop world with people who snitching and all of that. But I would like to see things go in that direction where two people don't like each other. I would prefer to see them have a
debate.
A talk word. Like I would tune in and watch that to see two rappers who dead don't like each other talk it out.
Who else is another one? Damn.
Like if Gucci Mane and Jeezy had a actual talk. Now that they cool.
I would say this though. I look 6ix9ine having that conversation as a cheater always cheating.
Yeah.
And the
What
reason
you
why I
mean?
say that is because they have consistently tried this way to do it with him. He's been on the Breakfast Club. He had that interview that time. Where he's not dealing with them no more. He's moving differently. Now he went to court. He did what he did. I felt like after the court situation, you should have been like, you know what? This is the way I'm moving now. I'm not going to entertain that lifestyle. I'm going to be moving in this direction. And the fact for you to do what you did and to go right back to that, I fear that him having that conversation is going to start what you want just to go back, and it's going to create the wrong conversation.
Now, the reason why I say that, though, and it ain't even Meek Mill 6ix9ine. The idea came because we was just talking about them two niggas. But, like, there's a difference when people got ops in the street life and then when you got an opposition rap beef. You know what I'm saying? Where, yeah, just two people. But some people be having rap beef because they don't mess with each other in the street world. But like for two rappers that are just beefing over nothing over the internet, y'all should be able to talk that out.
Yeah.
So, damn, who is something recent happened? Kodak, like Kodak and YoungBoy.
And who?
YoungBoy.
They have beef.
They do
I
have
thought
beef.
NBA YoungBoy and somebody else.
No, they just recently had something. They recently just had something the other day, like a couple days ago. Something happened.
The only thing I seen with Kodak was about him trying to get JT. That's the only thing I saw.
Oh yeah, he was like,
he was singing. Yeah.
Kodak is a clown.
He's funny the way he talk. Like
he definitely is.
He's a clown. He's a character. He's a character.
He's a straight Florida nigga too. He spelled Florida.
He's a character. But that would be nice to see though. Like two not even rappers. Like just two well-known celebrities or pop culture
anybody just
it really matters on who it is though.
Okay, I got a good ass one. Boosie and Dwayne Wade.
That would be a great conversation.
You feel me? Just have like a dead ass intellectual conversation on Dwayne Wade's situation with his daughter or
Shout
son.
out to the second greatest shooting guard ever. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but yeah, that'll be great to see. Like to really see Dwayne Wade and him talk about their
Because
differences.
you know what it be? It be because of situations like this. Somebody vocalizing how they feel on a topic publicly, and then the airways get mixed. You know what I'm saying? Like, people be mixy about each other because, like, oh, you said this about me on the internet. Like, why don't you have a conversation with me and figure out why I said that? Why don't you have a conversation with me so I can figure out where you come from?
And the airwaves, you know what it really be? This would it really be. The internet will take a clip, or not even a clip. It will watch something and make a headline that they know will catch clicks. And then before you know it, when you watch the actual video, the click is misleading like hell. So it's not the headline don't even match what the whole story was about. So that's why a lot of people be catching these beefs and all this extra, because nobody takes the time to really be in the oven. They all looking at the microwavable information.
Okay.
That's what they do.
They be in the oven.
They just be looking at the microwavable.
You say you can't. Well, how it go?
Okay, that's what happened.
Can't stand the heat. Get out the
Everything
kitchen.
I see, I go back and watch the full 2-hour video so I can really catch what's going on. Everything.
That was a good point.
They do be cutting stuff out.
Definitely do.
And then they also figure out like what make different artists tick. Like they ask when people do interviews, they ask certain questions that can lead on to something else, to something bigger.
AKA Vlad.
Yeah, Vlad don't be caring. Charlemagne don't be caring. Like he, Charlemagne.
He be
You got raped by your mother? Like, yo, fam. Like,
Yo, let's talk about the case. Like he just be, I seen some funny ass Charlemagne memes. Them shits are terrible, but they're so.
yeah, he just be coming left field. Like
left field.
Them just be terrible, but it's so.
he said, "Yo, he raped your sister. How that make you feel?" Like, yo,
You was in the other room. You ain't hear nothing. Yeah, yeah. He's that type of Tom. Like that's tough.
just to get the narrative to like go one way. You know what I'm saying? Like he got to say that to get you mad. So now in your frustrated state, he's able to irritate you and get the answers that he wants.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Kodak, last thing I gotta say about Kodak, so we can move on, cause doing hefty on time. But I watched. This is an old ass interview. It was Kodak and Hot 97. Ebro. And if you watch that interview, it's real short. But if you watch the ending, you be like damn.
That's when he had the ski mask on, right?
No. That's on Breakfast Club.
No, but didn't he wear it before?
I think he wore it, but he took it off. They asked him to take it off. But
and he kept asking him like, "What about this case?" Like,
yeah, and Kodak was
yo.
like,
"You a lawyer? Like, you the judge? What's going on?"
Wait, I got pushback. I'm gonna say this because that actual case he was speaking about actually had to deal with sexual assault.
It did.
So I think
It did.
his point of bringing it up was just like not to be like, yo, you got a case, like what you doing about it, but more like, what's your feelings on the situation? Like, but I do think Ebro could have been about it in a better way by having a conversation before the interview.
Oh man.
No.
Nobody want to come up and talk about an open case.
The way that I'm pretty sure it was open at the time, but the way that Ebro started off,
that's why he might be going back to jail.
the way that Ebro just started off with the comment with that topic, like he brought up like, yeah, you're going through but
yeah, bro, you forget all that though.
He said, but we take sexual assault here, serious. You don't have to say none of that. You feel me?
You didn't have to invite him there.
Right,
You
and
take it serious.
And that's what Kodak got mad.
Wait, talking about one, I hear y'all, but what you gotta also think about is how many women listen to Hot 97 and imagine.
So why
bring him
invite
there?
Then
why bring him there?
Because you got to think about it like this. Sometimes people like to have you attack the situation head on. You have somebody who has a sexual case and it's open. So, yo, fam, what are your feelings on the situation? It's about just like, you know what? No. You looking at it like that, but you got to also think about it. How do women feel if there's a dude out here getting praise and all this love and he got a sexual assault case open? And you
That's a fact too. But listen, anything you say can be used against you in the court of law. But he go up there and jam himself up. and say the wrong thing.
If you listen to what the questions he asked, he never asked him to speak exactly on it. He just basically asked the situation. And he
But why? But why even bring it up? My point is, why even bring it up? Because when you see it, like Ebro goes on a quick little skit. He like, oh, blah 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 blah. You got some allegations, yada yada yada. But he said, but we here take sexual assault very serious. Right there, he should never said that. He should never said that. And then
you say that.
And then this motherfucker, what's his name? What's his buddy?
Rosenberg.
Rosenberg talking about, you think the moon landing is real? Kodak was like, what the fuck? Nobody want to talk about this bullshit. Like,
yo, I'm telling you right now, I hear what you're saying, but when I speak to women, what they want us to hear is they want us to check other dudes on stuff like that. So as Ebro, as a man, he's saying, I got to check you on that, fam. You got an open case about that. You saying you shouldn't talk about open case on the internet, and I get that. I get that logic. But at the same time, some women going to be like, yo, fam, you got a dude that got an open case. You need to check him on that.
Then they not have him up there.
Then don't bring him on. That's it.
If I don't like pedophiles, I'm not going to go invite one to ask him why he a pedophile.
But it could also be you was in a situation that happened. So you need to speak on, like, just making sure women be protected. It wasn't a case. I don't watch the interview. I remember when it came out. I think he was just trying to be like, you know what? We can't have a dude up here. And keep it a buck, Ebro's good for not letting people up there he don't want to rock with. I think
exactly.
I think he wanted to have a conversation with a dude.
I bet. I see where you're going. I'm gonna give you something better to speak on.
Okay.
If you was Kodak, how could you have answered any of those questions?
I'm gonna say this is why I agree with y'all. There's no way you can answer that question correctly without getting yourself in trouble.
Then there you go. But can you understand?
So he did it to let his fans know he don't rock with that part, but he didn't want to interview Kodak.
Yeah, he did. That was the logic.
And if you watch Hot 87 on the regular, that's Ebro.
But do you think Kodak is Kodak wrong for getting upset? You know what I mean? And this all goes back to the whole celebrities need to sit down and debate. But is he wrong for feeling the way he felt?
Not at all, because at the same time, I don't personally know if they had to talk before they had the interview and be like, yo, what can we talk about, what can we not? You know what I'm saying? They might have had to talk, said, don't talk about this, and then Ebro said, F it, I'm going to still talk about it. I don't know. And then even if he did, like, still, Kodak might just be like, you know what, the way you presented it, I don't like it. And if you watch Kodak on the Breakfast Club, he seemed like a real laid-back dude. Like, if you just ask me certain questions, let's just have fun. He don't seem like he want to get too much into the conversation of being serious. And we just watch him on the internet. He look like he like to have fun, to keep it a buck. I mean, what did he like? To keep it a buck? I know he's younger than us. He might be like 22, Kodak? 23. So it's like, I'm not too mad at him, but I got where Ebro's coming from, but I think he just approached it wrong. But I get where he's coming from. Because keep it a buck, I've been speaking to women lately.
Kodak is 23. Like, damn, he young.
Exactly. So that means at that time, he's probably like 21 at that interview. You know what I'm saying? So like
maybe 20.
Exactly. So, but I get it because women be telling us like we don't hold other men accountable for the actions they partake in enough. So I get that him holding them down with that question, but I just think he went about it in a way that wasn't the most efficient.
I don't know. That's tough. That's tough. But I would love to see the celebrity debate match. I don't know.
Right?
Yo, don't steal my shit.
They watching us.
Don't steal our shit, cause I feel like it's gonna happen. I feel like that shit's gonna happen. Watch. Next thing you know,
debates are necessary. You know what's crazy? Just how you can't even pick a political party. Like, not to say I want to be one side or the other side, but think about it. If somebody was Republican their whole life, and if they wanted to prove they was not racist, they had to stop following the Republican Party for the past 4 years because of Donald Trump. They had to change their whole political view.
Celebrity debate match. That'll be. We on to something. But let's move on before we run out of goddamn time. Cardi B released that new song Up. I just listened to it.
Yo, did you see her interview with Jimmy Fallon explaining what up means?
No.
If it's
Nah,
up,
I
then
didn't
it's
see that.
No.
so he asks her. He said, "If it's up, then it's stuck." What does that mean? She's like, "Oh, well, Offset was I get some of his lingo. So, I guess in like Atlanta or whatever, they always saying it's up. If it's up, then it's stuck." And she's like, he's like, "Yeah, but like, what does that mean?" She's like, like when you taking a shit, but it don't come all the way out. Yeah, if it's up, then it's stuck.
What?
Nah, she did not say that, Mo.
I'm dead.
Yo.
That
I
sounds
gotta
like
say, yo,
her
shout out to
too.
Cardi B, man. Yo, like,
But that song is fire.
that song
The
is fire.
beat, not. It sound
Yo,
like some.
if we was
It's
able to be
good, it's pretty
outside like
good.
Atlanta, that joint be hitting in the club right now. I might have been throwing $500 in Sin City if it was still open. You feel me? Like,
That song
if
is
it's up,
tough.
then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuck. You feel me?
Oh yeah, Austin, you a
And then
little
Jimmy
humbug,
Fallon
yeah.
gave her a good one. He's like, I thought you meant like when you up there, you're solidified. It means like you stuck. Like you up and it's stuck.
Ooh. Okay, Jimmy.
Not song's good though. It's pretty short. It's only 2 minutes, like 30 seconds.
It's definitely good at the end part. You know what I'm saying? That's my favorite bar. You feel me?
What's the bar?
You know what I'm saying? When she was something like, nut on her butt, then she know I came. If I had a twin, she would let us on a train. Like, I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's a wild statement. Imagine receiving that in text formation. Blue blue.
You be like this, like, I didn't just get that. Like, what? You be stuck there. You be up and stuck for a minute. Like, yo.
She's good. She's pretty.
He's great.
She's good. She ain't.
All said, whatever you're doing, get it together so you can hold that down. Cause
I thought
that off you.
I thought that quote also meant like if it's up then it's stuck. If she talking about shit, then like I'm caught up in some shit right now. Like, and somebody like, yo, what you doing now? It's up. If it's up then it's stuck. Like, all right, you caught up in some shit.
So now the fact that you said she,
I don't know how it works.
said, and that it's street lingo. Do you think that the rapper that said they stole it from them has a point?
What up then it's stuck?
Yeah.
Oh, somebody's claiming that?
Somebody else is claiming that in the streets and saying that that's their song. They have a song and they say the same verbiage.
And you think maybe Offset heard the song and would just be rapping around the crib like, yo, you should.
Who is this person?
Yeah, let's find the track before we end this.
All right. I looked it up before. Let me get the facts.
Who is this person? Yeah.
His name is Merv Fontaine.
Merv Fontaine's.
FONTNAE,
I'm looking right now.
and it's called Stuck. It should be like Merce Pesos and then
A New Jersey artist.
I think I don't know. It should look like this.
Oh, nah, that sound exactly the same.
I'm gonna need you
Oh, wait.
send that in the Discord.
All right.
I'm gonna send it in Discord.
Yeah, send it in the Discord.
Cause they was claiming that like she stole the song, and I don't know if y'all peep, but like
They said the song is old.
yeah, the song is like 6 months old or something like that.
Nah, they said it's from like 2017 or something.
Oh wow, saying that? Wow. So like they was saying whatever, like I remember Cardi was coming out with the Up song, she had promotion everywhere, everything. And in the moment the video dropped, like all the sources that be promoting Cardi, like Shade Room, never posted the song at all. And then I started hearing stuff about she supposedly stole it from somebody. And my whole thing is like, yo, if it's a lingo outside, then is it really a stolen song if everybody's saying that lingo?
Nah, it's the same format though. He's
It
on the
is the
song
same.
going,
It's
if
the
it's
same.
up, then it's stuck. Then it's up, then it's stuck. If it's up, then it's... That's tough.
Yeah.
Debatable. You gonna have to prove
They
it.
gotta just do it. Just do a remix together. Put them on, Cardi B.
This
That'll be
could
the
be
best way
this-
to get out the way. But
Yeah.
then that means that you proven you stole it.
Hey, he said he did it back, but I mean, that's like the term.
So
lit.
no?
That's like somebody saying, "Oh, Chief Keef could be like, oh, Pop Smoke stole my word. Like, I'm a dot, give me lit."
So, being that you in the music business and all that shit, you should know, like, how does that work? Like, how does whole copywriting work? If like, if someone right now does Slim Wavy 05 over in 5 years, how does that work? Like, do you have to go out get the lyrics copyright? Like, how do, like, you know what I'm saying? Explain.
My stuff is copyrighted, yeah, but I could sue them if I want to. It's up to the artist's discretion. Like Sting owns like 98% of. I still see Lucid Dreams from Juice WRLD.
Yeah.
He owned that record pretty much, like, and he ain't do nothing. I mean, of course, tickets they like interpreted his song. I forgot, it's an interpolation or something like that. Like they played it out themselves. Like they didn't actually steal his sample, but he still was able to get the rights to that. So it's little as just a sound. So if you say a word and somebody got to copyright it, yeah, they could definitely sue you.
So if dude has this song copyrighted, then that's it, right? So if he doesn't have it copyrighted, question is he at fault? Is Cardi and Offset at fault if it is true?
I
don't know.
I would say this. I think to that question, what it goes towards is like street versus politics. Politic wise, if he got a copyright, then yes, he's wrong. But street wise, it's more like if you don't got a copyright, hey, you stole my idea. I had it out here first. Now you're just trying to bite off of me and steal my song. And that's what people been saying for a long time. Like there's certain artists out here who get big, and then you use somebody who's a small artist and steal their idea and make the song poppin'. And then that's why the small artist will come out and say, hey, you stole my song. So that's the street idea of it, you know?
Yeah,
but is it okay?
You gotta have the proof.
Okay, but
yeah,
is it okay?
The proof. Is it okay to steal it?
I'm saying if they legit stole it, but yet his shit is not copyrighted, is it looked at like, oh, it's alright? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it looked at that way for her?
Nah, I mean it's his. But his is, if it's timestamped, there's no debating that. You know what I mean? Like it don't really need to be copyrighted or not. Like it's timestamped. There's different ways to go about it. I'm pretty sure. Like if he has the record emailed to him, that's a form of copyright. You know, like it's different. And you don't just have to get it copywritten like LLC. Like there's different forms of paper trail that makes this your own true work. Mm-hmm. If he has the actual audio track vocals to it, like if he got the studio, he went and did it. That all that plays a factor. And when he did it, the timestamp. So I don't know. Somebody, I think she mentioned it too, but I didn't know she was talking about that song. She kind of just threw it off and was like, I don't know, it's whatever.
So you know what? We could possibly see a situation. I don't know if y'all remember, Nicki Minaj had a song with Nas, and I think her name was Tracy something. That it basically was a sample, and Tracy didn't approve of it, so that song never came out. But she got sued because people snuck it onto the airwaves at nighttime on like 105.1, I think. She got sued for that. So we might see a case where just like that song get taken off, you never hear it again. If that's the case, if Trez talking about if it get that deep into it,
especially
but they might shut him up.
Billboard.
Cardi got the money. They might just shut that up. You know, like yo, fam, here a mill. Here a mill. Shut up. Here a mill.
Let me rock.
They probably could.
They probably could. They could.
I mean, if somebody came to me like that, it's like, yeah, here's a mill for this record. All right.
I wouldn't be mad at
that's
mill.
it.
Yeah.
I'll be quiet. When he leaves, I'll be talking again.
All right, Trev. Final opinion. Let's hear it.
Hey, more talk, less violence. You feel me? Want to see us really lift each other up these next coming years. But I mean, if you gotta do what you gotta do, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Mr. Yellow, what you got?
Yo, I just want people to remember, when it comes to Gorilla Glue, if it's up, then it's stuck. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God. My final opinion, Style 670K Johnny. We're gonna try to get you in an episode. We'll figure it out. I don't know what your situation is, where you at. You know what I mean? But we're gonna try to get you in here. That's it for today. Thanks for tuning in.